My sister-in-law is upset I didn't thank her for babysitting her own children. Thank me. My 22 female brother, 35 male, surprised me 6 months ago by planning a trip to Scotland for my birthday. Wow. Oh. Nice. He knew I'd never traveled before and wanted to take me to my dream country. Due to tight finances, it was just the two of us, which I was okay with since at the time him and I were close. I sense some foreshadowing, and I also sense this comes from Relevant Artichoke 24. And if you want to put in your stories and give us more, go to r/OK Storytime for more. So for context, my brother is married and has 2 kids under 6. His wife, 34 female, had said she was happy for me and didn't mind holding down the fort for a week while we were on the trip. Her and I had never been close and quite frankly just tolerate each other for the sake of keeping the peace. She's never been a fan of how close my siblings are with each other. It all comes down to growing up in different families, different dynamics, in my opinion. Anyways, the trip was amazing and I loved every second of it. I was on such a high when we came back that I thanked my brother so many times for doing this until he told me to shut up. Lol. I thought everything was good and we resumed our lives normally. Imagine my surprise when I get a text 3 days after coming back from my sister-in-law telling me off and calling me rude and ungrateful because I didn't send her a text thanking her for babysitting her own children and having to do everything around the house for a whole week while I had fun with her husband. Yep, that's how she worded it. Oh, God. I was flabbergasted.
Okay, so I was silent at the beginning because I didn't know what to say. I was confused by the title. Now it makes sense and ew, gross. Hey, nobody asked you to have your kids, all right? I mean, or maybe they did. I don't know. But, like, they're your kids. No one's going to thank you for it.
Mm-hmm.
They belong to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's... Hey, Dakota. I fed my cat today.
Hey.
Why didn't you thank me?
Sorry, I was busy casting your gold medal that I was going to give you.
Oh, not platinum? You...
I'm sorry.
You disgust me.
I'll get back in the hole. I'm sorry.
Get back there.
Sorry.
Ha!
I'm sorry.
That's what this story feels like. So, this is the same woman who smiled and told me to have fun on my trip and who's now berating me for not thanking me, doing a favor, or not thanking her for doing me a favor by taking care of her own kids for a week. Am I crazy or is this totally irrational and just weird? I told her I'm not sure taking care of your own children is babysitting or doing someone else a favor, and she blew up and called me a terrible, ungrateful brat that I never show appreciation for anything. I was so confused by all of this and called my brother, but he doubled down and told me the trip wouldn't have been possible had she not volunteered to take care of the kids so we can have fun and that I should be thanking her for doing it for me. I was and still am confused on why I need to thank a mother for taking care of her own kids. Anyway, to keep the peace, I told her thanks for doing it, but she decided I wasn't being sincere and convinced my brother to go low contact with me. My siblings and my mom were confused by all of this, but kept telling me to just bite my tongue and not stir the pot any further. But I'm just hurt and confused. My relationship with my brother has been strained since, and it's taking a toll on me. I just need to get outside opinions because I'm genuinely confused on whether or not I'm the a-hole in this whole mess. And this is my first time posting. English is my first language, so excuse any errors. We have an edit coming up. But Dakota.
Sorry, that apology did not meet the bar. 100 years jail. No more talking to your brother. 10,000 years jail. What are you talking about? You ask for the apology that you shouldn't be receiving because they're your kids, right?
Yeah.
And then she gives you the apology and you're like, actually, you've made everything worse. Now your brother can't even talk to you. That sounds like something completely outside of this context.
I don't get it. Papa Squaddle, we are now.
So
apparently he's really watching us.
Where was I before the nuts derailed me?
We just talked about how insane they are.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. Those nuts distracted me. I can't.
We do have an edit.
Riley, are you going to come in here and distract all of us?
I could not be feeling Riley's. I can hear it so clearly in my ear. Edit. I can't reply to everyone.
I like this.
Ooh. So let me clear up a few things I should have included. They do not share finances. Oh. And she has never spent any money on anything related to me. Also, last year, she took a trip with her siblings abroad as well. And no, I don't know if her siblings thanked my brother for watching the kids. Finances were tight as my brother was paying for this out of pocket and wouldn't have been able to take anyone else with us. Plus, this trip was a birthday gift, not a family trip, so no one expected to join. I did thank them both when I was first told about the trip, and I asked my brother if he was sure it was okay for us to go, and he assured me we were set and I only needed to have fun. I later learned that she didn't contribute anything to the trip, and she said that she wouldn't have wanted to take a trip with me anyways. Ouch. Hope this clears something up. And then we have the update. Everyone for the insight on my previous post. This post kind of blew up in the way I wasn't expecting, and the responses were overwhelming, but I now understand that I did not react correctly to her text. This is a long update since a lot has happened. To clear things up, before I continue with the update, a lot of you are fixated on the fact that I said finances were tight. I didn't mean their overall finances. They have separate finances from my understanding. They only share finances when it comes to their household and kids. Anything else they pay for out of their own pockets and don't interfere in what they spend their money on, so long as the kids are good and the household is running smoothly. Since my brother was paying for this trip, he missed it. Since my brother was paying for this trip on his own, he couldn't take many people with him, as that would put a bigger financial burden on his personal savings. They're doing fine financially. They take family trips once a year. I did thank them both. When I was initially told about the trip, my sister-in-law made a single comment about how this was all my brother and she didn't contribute to the trip at all. Last year, sister-in-law and her siblings went on their own trip while my brother took care of everything, and he was fine with it. My family dynamic is apparently confusing you guys, but we're 5 siblings that are very close and that hang out regularly and have a close bond with our mom, especially since our dad passed away. We're from an Asian country, and the culture here and the bonds between families are different from the West. To those who said, maybe she's salty, I'm getting a trip, when I've never helped them out, I babysat my sister-in-law's babies 5 days a week for months.
That's a full-time job.
That's a full-time job. Each time her maternity leave ended, and each time they stopped needing me to help out, only my brother thanks me, and that's fine with me. Sister-in-law has never thanked me or my siblings for anything we do for them. So it's like, hey, you should thank me for watching my own kids, but I don't need to thank you for watching my kids.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Sounds like sister-in-law is just trying to isolate the brother, trying to get him away from the family.
That's a great call out.
That's where I was going before the nuts distracted me.
Control.
Yeah, it's that and it's like could have been anything. She just found an opportunity to isolate the brother and took it.
Wow.
Because it's ridiculous. It's nonsense.
It is so stupid. It is. I mean, the one thing I will say is, like, if, two parents are parenting the kids, that is an increase in the work. And that is, if anything, why is brother not thanking her?
Yeah.
That's his wife.
Where's the brother at?
Why not be mad at, hey, why don't you thank me for, me watching the kids all by myself, and then you go off on this Scotland trip? Like, that's the person who should be thanking.
Well, it low-key sounds like the brother doesn't have a backbone or thinks for himself, because he's, after this fiasco has gone lower contact, the relationship is strained.
Are you telling me
so he couldn't stand up to his wife?
That's his spine? Is this a... Ooh. Is that a
pretty much, yeah,
representation of his
goopy jellyfish
visual humor.
Spine?
That's
for all our listeners.
I did floppy arm.
John's flopping his arm all over the place because it's a floppy little jellyfish of a spine.
It doesn't work. It's a loose spine, ladies and gentlemen.
And also,
it's water.
For all our listeners, we all look super cool, and you should come check it out.
Dakota has a vendetta against the audio listeners.
No, I don't.
Let them listen.
You may listen forever. I just, Come take a look. I don't know.
See, he wants it. Oh, so, she says the fact that we're so eager and willing to drop everything to take care of each other is weird and unhealthy. It's the opposite. I did thank her once. I realized I should keep the peace and tell her what she wanted to hear. Still, she didn't accept my thank you after I made the babysitting your own kids comment. I understand I was the a-hole for saying that now, since a lot of you pointed out that it was rude and that I'm not a mother and don't get it.
What comment? Wait, what?
Okay, so when Opie said, she's like, why don't you thank me for babysitting the kids? She's like, they're your own kids. I mean, why would someone thank you for babysitting them? Apparently, I guess people in the comments were saying that was
I guess the only
time.
thing I'd see about that is it's less about the kids and more about thanks for giving us the opportunity to have this trip.
Yeah, again, she is taking on an extra load so they can go on. That is true, you know. If she yeah.
Keon, don't let me hear that again. Nothing. The people who were listening, the people who are here will know what happened, what Keon did. It's okay, and we have a wheel spin, guys. We did it. Hey, we did it.
We got a wheel spin.
We did it. We got a wheel spin. Look at that.
Don't worry, we're halfway through the story, so we're gonna get to that.
Yes.
Right after.
Let's hit the.
Okay.
We're gonna hit the gas. I'm gonna shut my
gas.
mouth, and we're gonna hit the gas.
So, it says a lot of you. But to be fair, her texts were full of insults. She kept doubling down on the fact that she was stuck babysitting because of me. Many of you asked why I wasn't offered the ticket and went on my own. In our culture, women, especially young ones, don't travel on their own without a family member or their husbands. It's not about control, but more out of protection for us. So going on my own wouldn't have been an option. On to the update. Strap in. This is a long one. Oh, God.
I'm strapped.
So I talked with my mom to better understand the situation, since many of you said I am not a mother and don't get it. And she said that my sister-in-law worded it wrong, but maybe she just wanted gratitude for helping my brother out because being a parent isn't easy. That is way more reasonable.
Yeah, but also
again, to the brother.
These comments, there's a lot of comments coming in that it's not babysitting. They're your kids.
Yeah.
They're yours.
I think she lost it when she said babysitting.
Yeah, that's not what this is.
Like,
that's you would call it the same thing if your husband was there. Just there'd be two babysitters then.
Right.
So
who do they go to then? Are they like, hey, mom, shouldn't you thank me for watching the grandkids? And they're like, well, yeah, but it's your children. But yeah, shouldn't you thank me? I mean, they're your grandchildren.
They write a complaint to the Better Business Bureau and they say, we're being overworked. We're babysitters and we literally never get a break.
They have a one-star parenting business over here for me.
Crazy.
Weeble says it's called parenting, guys.
There we go. Thank you, Weeble Wobble.
Come on. I understand that I reacted to her messages wrong when I could have just said a simple thank you, but neither I or my mom understands why she is so aggressive in me towards me in her texts. The aggression is what made me become so defensive. I found out from my siblings and my mom that my brother only paid for the tickets and the accommodations, and that my eldest brother is the one who provided the pocket money for food and buying stuff on the trip. Yeah, that was a yawn. And that my siblings chipped in, but didn't want the credit since my brother wanted this trip to be like a thank you for helping them out so much with their kids over the years, and that he cleared it with his wife and that she had given him the go-ahead. Wow, a reasonable interaction. Would you look at that?
Look at that. Look at that. Nature is healing.
She also told me that she had asked sister-in-law if she wanted to come with us on the trip and leave their kids with my mom. She literally had the opportunity to go on the trip and not have to watch the kids.
It was right there.
It was literally right there.
It was right there.
Because my mom was fine with that. But what did she do, Dakota? Did she say, yes, you know what, let me take a break, let me go experience this new country? Is that what she said, Dakota?
Nah, she probably was like rude about it somehow.
She declined.
Mm-hmm.
She declined.
Mm-hmm.
As she and I aren't close, and it would have been weird for the both of us.
Oh.
That is, wow.
Oh, yeah, and you definitely haven't made it weird at all. Post-trip. Yeah, nothing has been weird.
Mm-mm-mm. My mom told me that my brother actually asked her to check in every day with sister-in-law to make sure all was well and to see if she needed anything. She also said my brother asked sister-in-law's sister to check in on her as well. It turns out that sister-in-law had taken the week off work. I didn't know that. And 4 out of the 7 days we were in Scotland, she dropped her kids off at my mom's house. And the other 3 days, when my mom called sister-in-law had said that she had her sisters with her and didn't need any help, aka the sisters were watching the kids with her, I guess. So what the heck was she so mad about? It's clear to me that she wasn't abandoned by my brother, as some of you suggested. My siblings initially wanted to just keep the peace, but after I showed them sister-in-law's texts, they were surprised and appalled by her words. They thought this whole thing was a simple misunderstanding and now understand that it had become bigger and that my brother and I aren't talking.
You're misunderstanding. It's not a misunderstanding.
Oh, she was clear. She was clear.
No,
she knew what she
sucks.
said.
She just sucks.
She just sucks. She literally didn't even barely watch the kids. 30%. She was with her mom for 4 of the 7 days.
She doesn't even care, dude. She calls it babysitting. Like bad mom alert. Straight up. Bad mom alert. Wee woo, wee woo. That's the bad mom alarm. It's going off.
Dude. Oh, jeez. My sister decided to investigate and called my brother to understand why it happened. Turns out, my sister-in-law told him that my mom and siblings didn't check in on her at all, which is a lie. My sister even dropped off food for them twice, and that the kids were upset that their dad left them and were probably throwing tantrums all the time. Also, probably not true. And that this wasn't what they had agreed on when he told her about the trip months ago. He was too busy trying to calm my sister-in-law down to confirm with the family whether or not it was even true. My sister then asked him if he'd seen the text his wife had sent me, and he said that he hadn't, but that sister-in-law told him that she asked me for a simple thank you for all her hard work and that I blew up at her and told her she didn't deserve anything since she didn't pay for the trip and that she was entitled.
Okay.
You know, we did get a recap of the text, and Dakota, did we hear those extra details? No.
No, we did not.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't hear that, chat. But here we are, saying things that are lies. He said he was hesitant about believing that, since he knows I'd outright disrespect someone like that, even if I don't get along with them. But she insisted that it happened, and she has no reason to lie. Show the texts. Just show the text.
The evidence is there.
The evidence, it's literally so easy. It's like, well, I don't think she would text something like that. Read them.
Hey, there it is.
Read the and OP like send them. Like, come on. But she insisted that it happened and that she had no reason to lie. And as her husband, she needed to support not his questioning. And that's why he sent me the text saying that I needed to thank her. So I'm just blindly supporting the wife. My sister then let my brother know about everything that happened and told him, much more like demanded, that they apologize to me, which I didn't think was necessary. I just wanted my brother to talk to me again, but he sounded upset and told her he'll figure this out after talking with his wife. We have a new section titled, Spoiler Alert, It Didn't Go Well.
Ah, good.
You don't say.
So I'm going to guess it doesn't go well.